Hi, this is lesson 9.4, Perform Rotations. Our big question here is how do you rotate a figure 90 degrees, 180 degrees, or 270 degrees about the origin? So rotation is kind of, I can kind of think of like a wheel on a tire that rotates, it spins, it's kind of like a turn. So 9.4, Perform Rotations, is about how we perform rotations of 90 degrees, 180 degrees, or 270 degrees about the origin. So that's what this whole frame is about. So let's first look at the box on the right, this purple box. Okay. We have specific rules. The first rule, if we're going to rotate something 90 degrees, so it says when a point AB is rotated counterclockwise, so counterclockwise would mean this direction. That's counterclockwise. When a point AB is rotated counterclockwise about the origin, the following are true. So for a rotation of 90 degrees counterclockwise, if our original pair is AB, then our new ordered pair is going to be the opposite of B, A. So we flip the ordered pair and make B the opposite. So if it was positive, it becomes negative. If it was negative, it becomes positive. So let's use this one. So rotate a figure 90 degrees using the coordinate rules. So we're going to graph quadrilateral KLMN with these vertices. And then we're going to rotate the quadrilateral 90 degrees about the origin. So let's start by graphing KLMN. So K is 3, 2. L is 4, 2. M is 4, negative 3. And N is 2, negative 1. So I'm going to draw this in here. This is my pre-image because it's my image before a movement. Okay, so there's KLMN. Now, let's fill in our new ordered pairs using the rule here. So the rule, we're going to do the opposite of B, and then we're going to do A. Okay, so let's fill in all our A's in the second spot. So K, the A for K is 3, so that's going to go here. The A for L is 4, it's going to go here. The A for M is 4, it'll go here. And the A for N is 2, it'll go here. Now we'll put the B's in the first position, but we're going to make them the opposite. So the opposite of positive 2 is negative 2. The opposite of positive 2 again is negative 2. The opposite of negative 3 is positive 3. And the opposite of negative 1 is positive 1. So I found my new ordered pairs by following my rule, the opposite of BA. So I'm going to go negative 2, 3. And this is my K prime. And negative 2, 4 is my L prime. And 3, 4. Let's see here, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. Slow there. It's M prime. And then my N prime is 1, 2. So there's N prime. And again, I'll draw this shape in here. And this is my image. It's the shape after a movement. This one's K prime. And notice how, remember how I labeled all my letters with a prime sign. And if you look at it, it looks like, for example, N here, I'm use a different color. It looks like if I draw a line between these two, that looks like a 90-degree angle, which is what it should be because I did a rotation of 90-degree angles. If you measured the degree, the angle between any two points, a pre-image and an image, then you should see that that would be a 90-degree angle. So let's look at our next rule here. Our next rule for a rotation of 180 degrees, we do the opposite of A, the opposite of B. So we just keep the coordinates in the same order, but switch both sides. So we're going to rotate a figure 180 degrees using the coordinate rules here. So let's graph quadrilateral KLMN again. It's got the same vertices. So I'm going to graph KLMN. K is 3, 2. There's K. L is again 4, 2. M is 4, negative 3. And N is 2, negative 1. I'll draw this shape in here again. Remember, that is my pre-image before the movement. So now let's use our rotation rules to find our new shape, our image, after a rotation of 180 degrees. So remember, we're going to do the opposite of A, the opposite of B. So we keep the numbers in the same order, but do the opposite signs. So if K is 3, 2, K prime is negative 3, negative 2. L is 4, 2, so L prime is negative 4, negative 2. M is 4, negative 3, so M prime is negative 4, positive 3. And then N is 2, negative 1, so N prime is negative 2, positive 1. So let's plot those now. Negative 3, negative 2 is right here. Okay, so there is my K prime. Negative 4, negative 2 is right here. That's my L prime. Negative 4, 3 is right here. That's my M prime. And negative 2, 1 is right here. That's my N prime. I'm going to connect these. So remember, this is my image. It's after a movement, after a rotation of 180 degrees. And again, if you were to connect any 2 points, any image and pre-image, about the origin, it should look like a straight line, because a straight line is 180 degrees. And that does indeed look like a straight line. This, if I measured it, would be 180 degrees. So let's look at our next and last rule for this one. We've done 90 and 180 degrees. So now if we rotate 270 degrees, we're going to do, if our original pair is AB, then we're going to do B, the opposite of A. So notice for 90 and 270 both, you flip the order pairs, but for 90, B is the opposite. For 270 degree rotation, A is the opposite. So we're going to graph the same quadrilateral here, but now we're going to do it with a rotation of 270 degrees. So let's start by graphing our pre-image. So 3, 2 is right here. That's K. 4, 2 is right here. That's L. M is 4, negative 3 right here. That's M. And N is 2, negative 1, which is right here. There's N. Here's my graph, or my pre-image before the movement. I keep saying those words to try and get them stuck in your head, so remember pre-image versus image. So my rule here, I'm going to flip them, but I'm going to make the A the opposite sign. So I'm going to fill in all my B's first. So this should be 2, this should be 2, this should be negative 3, and this should be negative 1. I just took this column and repeated it here because it stays exactly the same. Now I'm going to write in my A's, but I'm going to do the opposite. So A for K is 3, so over here it's going to be negative 3. A for L is 4, so over here it's going to be negative 4. A for M is 4, so over here it's going to be negative 4. And for N, A is 2, so here it's going to be negative 2. And remember, if I had one of those, a negative number, the opposite would then be a positive. So K prime is 2, negative 3, right here. There's my K prime. L prime is 2, negative 4, that's right here. That's L prime. M prime is negative 3, negative 4, that's right here. That's M prime. And N prime is negative 1, negative 2, that's right here. And you should notice for all of these that the shapes stay the same. A rotation is what we call an isometry. It preserves size here. It just rotates it. It preserves size and shape. An isometry does. Okay, so there was our rotation of 270 degrees. And just like I showed you with the other ones, if I were to connect 2 points with the origin, right here and right here, okay, if I connect that image and pre-image, if you took and measured this, that would be a rotation of 270 degrees. And when you do these, you can always double check and make sure it does indeed look like the rotation that you want. Okay, let's finish up this frame here. So this is 9-4 again, performing rotations. And the so what here is these rotation rules make rotating angles 90 degrees, 180 degrees, or 270 degrees about the origin simple. Makes these rotations very simple if you just remember these rules. So they are something you have to memorize, but if you do that, it'll make doing this very simple. So that is the end of the lesson for today. Remember, if anything didn't make sense, make sure you put a star next to it so that we can go over it in class tomorrow. Have a great day.